Hi Sagittarius, this is Kacee with your November monthly reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shae and I are so very grateful for all of you. She'll have a video that's going to come up at the end of this one for your sign, so please check for that. She does give a different perspective. The first couple of cards we pull will be for your energy for the month of November. All right, Sag, let's see what we have. Okay, you guys are coming in with 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. 5th chakra talks about your throat chakra, and it's speaking your truth, not hiding anything, listening to spirit. You know, speaking from your higher self sometimes is very important, that we kind of stifle that voice when we should kind of say something and we don't. This could also be that you're not allowed to speak your truth at this time, or you don't feel secure in doing so, because it is the chakra card. So we can go one or two ways depending on what the clarifiers are. So if you feel that you're not able to speak your truth, there's something that you're holding back, you know, really examine that, because that can really, you know, play on your emotions. It can play on your self-esteem when you feel like you're not being heard, or you're not comfortable speaking about whatever it is that's on your mind. You know, that's part of our healing process. That's part of our growth, is to be able to confide in someone that understands what we're going through. Sometimes this is talking about giving advice as well, because there's other people out there that are going through the same stuff that maybe we just went through, and we have to help them through it. But we really have to be speaking from our heart, speaking from our higher self, speaking from our soul. Here we have the Star card for you guys, and that is all about faith. Sorry guys, I have the trash truck going by and it's kind of loud this morning. And we have the Star card, and that's about faith. That's about really speaking from your angel messages that are coming through you, your spirit guides that are talking through you. This is you connecting to your source, to your God, to your spirit team, so to speak, and really relaying the messages that they're telling you, you know, feeling confident in that this is the right thing to say at the right time. So kind of go with that when something comes up and you're speaking to a family member, or you're speaking to someone, it could even be a stranger, you know, or at work, and you feel compelled to share something. It may be a right time to share something of yourself or give them some guidance, because they're kind of lost. And when you have the Faith card, which is the Star card, this is talking about really allowing an outlet for them to heal, and sometimes sharing your story or giving just a little bit of positive reinforcement, saying, you know, just a compliment to someone actually can lift their spirits. So let's go ahead and pull an emotion card for you. You know, the Sagittarius is very articulate. I don't know any Sagittarius that does not know the right words at the right time. We may doubt ourselves, but that little seed that you might put in someone's head may, you know, grow, and they are able to take what you said to heart at some point when they're able to reflect upon it, and it actually helps them move forward. They may not recognize it during the conversation, but it might resonate with them later on. Let's see what your emotion card is, guys. Blossom. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so this is truly a time for you to be able to expand what you need. You know, you're putting that ripple effect out there. You're growing something. You're creating something. This is the fertility card. This is the Empress card, where a lot of beautiful things are happening because of the way you've been living your truth in the past. Okay, so it's all going to come to a beautiful circle of the universe paying you back. That everything that you've been doing in the past is now paying off for you. This is lovely. I love this. This is such a beautiful blessing right here. Let's see what our obstacles are and our challenges for the month of November. Patience. And if you notice, she's also having that seed, and she's allowing it to grow on its own. She's allowing that flower to bloom when it's time. So you have this coming in very hard for you guys for the month. And I know it's your birthday months for a lot of you, so happy birthday to you out there for November. I also know that, you know, when you have the authority figure come in, this is like the Hierophant. This is a very stoic emotion. This is very calm energy. It really talks about knowing who you are and being very confident in what you're doing. Spiritual strength, yes, guys, you know, we just talked about that, using your third eye chakra. Solar plexus, you have 2 chakras coming in for the month. Now, when we talk about the solar plexus, this is your identity. This is your ego. This is what makes you tick. This makes you special. This makes you you. So you're going to be giving a lot of yourself, your true self, for the month of November to the people around you. And you're going to come in like that authority figure. We just have to make sure that we're not pushy with our words, because a lot of the people you're going to be encountering are not going to be as enlightened as you are, okay? So you're trying to get them on the right path. You're trying to show them the right way to do things, but you have to be patient with them. You have to be kind in your words, and you have don't be like over exuberant. Be very stoic in your knowledge, you know, be very patient with the process. Because it does take a while for people to kind of embrace becoming enlightened, because it's kind of scary for a lot of people. You know, they don't know what the path is about. They doubt their intuition. They doubt the messages. You know, a lot of people think they're losing their mind, but you're there to tell them that no, you know, you're perfectly fine. Everything though is the way they're supposed to be. 2 of Swords in reverse. You know, you struggle with speaking your truth, okay? And this is where Spirit is telling you that you are to speak your truth, but very kindly and very softly. You know, plant that seed in the mind and the hearts of other people around you, and watch it grow, watch it blossom. Let's see what else we have. 10 of Wands. This is where you release the burdens. It's like, you know, when you feel that you're at that indecision and you kind of just jump in with both feet, you release that tension that you're feeling inside of you. All that questioning, all that doubt, and you're just like, you know what, forget it. I'm going to say what I have to say. I'm going to go out there and I'm just going to throw my true self into everything that I do, and either people are going to accept me or they're not, but at least I can plant that seed of peace. I can plant that seed of hope for somebody. I can actually help them on their journey. Palace of Cups, yes, beautiful. So this is talking about having that firm foundation within your emotions, that you know you're doing the right thing. You know, you're doing it from the deepest part of you, your home, your love, your security. And I believe it, you know, with the 9 of Cups in reverse, you know, when you don't speak your truth, you're very unhappy, okay? So you have to stay within that emotion of being true to yourself and living your life authentically, you know, letting people know that this is who you are, whether you're a spiritual being or you're focusing on a particular thing in your life, a career, a family member, you know, just your relationship with self and your relationship with spirit. You know, you're going to have to be who you truly are, and don't hide that for anyone. But again, not everyone is enlightened with you as you, and not everyone is on the same path and see things the way you see them. So you have to take it slowly with a lot of people, and you have to do it calmly. I know you're very excited about the things that are happening to you. You're very excited about your path. You want to share it with everyone, but there are some people that just don't get it, and that's okay, because they're just not at the level you are. And this can be on a lot of different things. You know, like I said, I'm going with the spiritual path right now because you have your third eye, you have your solar plexus, as well as your throat chakras coming out. So you're using your voice to show everyone who you truly are through your ego, through your identity. And it's like if you were a wallflower and you're keeping quiet and you didn't want to rock the boat and you didn't want to say what you were really thinking, it's time to do that. Okay, because that's going to release your burdens. That's when you finally get off the fence with the 2 of Swords in reverse. It's going to release the burdens, and it's going to help you feel peace, joy, and happiness within yourself, because you're living your life authentically. You're not hiding behind anything anymore. You're going to put yourself out there in the most positive way. You're going to be very calm. You're going to watch that grow. You're going to see things change around you, and you're going to be super excited because you know you had a hand in it. You know you had a hand in helping this person or showing someone a different path. Here we have the Death card, and that's all about changes, much needed changes. It comes in swift, it comes in quick, it comes in strong, but that's okay, because the Death card is actually a beautiful card of release and change. And here are the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is an imbalance in home and family. This talks about not having enough gratitude coming in or going out, and this is where that change is. Okay, so you're grateful for your gift, you're grateful for the surroundings that you have, you're grateful for the people that you have, even though they're not perfect, and you're grateful for the opportunity to help those around you. Now here's your Ten of Pentacles in the upright. Okay, so where you're unhappy emotionally because you weren't speaking your truth, once you make that change, it all falls into place. It all balances out for you in your security, in your family, in your drive, and it makes you feel whole again, and that's what you need. Here we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This talks about being a perfectionist. Okay, this talks about kind of going over the top, and that's where we want to drag ourselves back a step, because we don't want to like scare the people around us with the new opportunities that you're seeing or the new blessings that you're getting. You know, we don't want to come on too strong. So this is where we got to hold back just a tad of our enthusiasm, but not what we need to say. We just have to say it a little softer. Yeah, see here, when we have the Emperor, this is you being on top and being very firm, like the authority figure. So you're coming in twice. This can also represent an Aries. So if you have Aries in your chart or you're dealing with an Aries, this is kind of where that energy is going to mix with yours, and you're going to be very firm. You know, you're not going to be wishy-washy. You're not going to doubt yourself. Once you make that commitment to do this, it's going to work out for you, and you'll be in charge. It's just you have to kind of scale back how the message is sent out into the people around you, into the universe. We have to be a little bit more softer. We can't come in like a bull in a china shop, because that's going to take people by surprise, and we need to let them dissect it, absorb it, you know, really reflect upon what it is that you're saying and doing. Here we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, and this talks about, you know, being cloudy in our thoughts. So like we're fighting that ability to go out there and say what we want to say, you know, as fast and furious and as clear and as we want to. We have to bring it back a little bit. We have to respect other people's journeys and know that we're way more enlightened than a lot of people around us. And you'll hear that, you know, some of your coworkers will say, well, we don't believe in God, or we don't believe in tarot, we don't believe in horoscopes. But yet something you say to them today, they'll repeat tomorrow. And you're like, huh, I'm getting through to them. I'm showing them that there's a different way of looking at things, but you have to give it to them in little doses. Let's see what your oracle card is for today. Chaos. This is actually a good card for this set, okay, because this chaos is actually a blessing coming in. This is where things get stirred up and in a good way. It allows release, it allows communication. You know, it comes in, but it's much needed, okay? When you pair this up with the Devil card, the Death card, I'm sorry, this talks about much needed change and allowing things to kind of, it's allowing things to be what they truly are, in allowing that energy to shift. Okay, it's bringing in that new blessing, it's bringing in that new thought, it's bringing in that new part of your identity and your ego, that you're allowed to let go of things that no longer serve you. You're allowed to put the past behind you and make peace with it, and know that you're firm in what you believe. You know that your self-worth is right on point, that your self-confidence is where it needs to be, and you're speaking your truth. And for a lot of you, I feel that you haven't been able to speak your truth. You know, you've been holding back a lot of things because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. You don't want to get into a long religious discussion or discussion about politics, whatever it is that you're firmly engaged in right now. You're putting it out there slowly, you're putting it out there subtly, you're planting the seed of knowledge in people's minds, and that's where you're speaking your truth. You guys are great communicators. You know when to pull back when someone's kind of restricted in their thought process and their belief systems. And you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to plant the seed and see where it goes from there. Let's see what your angel message is today, guys. It's Isaiah, and it reads, It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I am watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you during these changes. Yes, you are creating something new with the Blossom card and the Patience card. You are very knowledgeable of what you're doing. I mean, it's like you're not pulling this just off the cuff. You've researched this. You've planned on this. You know, you've been doing the things behind the scenes, and now it's time for you to use your voice to show what you're really made of, what really makes you tick. And you will find like-minded people, and people will be drawn to you once you open up a little bit more and not be so guarded. But we have to remember to take it slowly with a lot of people and not rush into it. You know, keep that energy at an even keel so that they can take that information and, you know, really reflect upon it. Sagittarius, this is a beautiful message. You know, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. I hope the message helps. Please leave me a comment if you would like to share. I would also love to have you back, so please like and subscribe. Take care.